I almost didn't buy a house in Auckland, and it wasn't because of the rates or the market or because I couldn't afford it. It was simply because of this mindset that was holding me back. And I have to tell you, because this could have cost me my house. Around this time last year, I just got a brand new job that was better paying than my last job, so I was quite excited. My goal at this time was to keep my expenses the same as when I had my lower salary and keep all my extra income into my saving to build a deposit fund for a house one day, and just to have some extra security with my money, which is something I didn't have with my last job. My plan at this time was to wait 3 to 5 years to get a house. I didn't think I was anywhere near close to getting a house at this point. Mentally, I wasn't ready, and then financially, I thought, I'm not ready. So I never pursued it. During the same time, my parents were actually looking for a house in New Zealand, and they met up with a mortgage broker. And naturally, as an only child, because I'm their only child, I came up. They mentioned how I just got a new job and it was an increase from my last job, and my mortgage broker said that there's actually a really good opportunity for Skylar to get a home with a really low deposit. When my parents told me about this, I immediately rejected the idea. It made me really nervous because I mentally was not ready to buy a home. I felt I was not preparing to buy a home anytime soon. I thought, the mortgage is going to be too high, I can't afford it, or I don't have a deposit ready for this. Fast forward to now, I just put my deposit on my second home. Now, how did I get from that mindset to now buying my second home? It actually boils down to this one mindset change, which is an all or nothing mindset. All or nothing is where you will only move forward with something if it's perfect. You have the deposit, you have the job, you have the plan, you're mentally ready. That's when you're going to move. That's when you're going to start doing things. If it's not perfect from the beginning, you're not even going to consider it. And that is something I could have done at this moment, and what I wanted to do, because it was scary. Thank goodness I moved forward with it, because now that I know what I'm doing, I'm moving forward with my second house. Now, how can you change your mindset so that you don't have an all or nothing mindset and you can move forward when things aren't perfect? This is what you need to do. Progress over perfection. I stopped thinking about how I didn't have it all figured out and just started thinking, what's the next steps? In this time, I heavily leaned on the mortgage broker, on what are the steps. Let me get familiar on what I need to do, what is needed now, how much deposit do I need. This can be for any goal that you have. I'm just using my example. Imperfect action is better than perfect delay. At this time, I had little to no savings. I had what was in my Kiwi saver and what I could save within a year. Because I didn't have much for my deposit, I did end up having to ask for a little bit of help from my parents. But if I didn't move at that time, I would have never gotten the house at the deposit rate that I did, the interest rates that I got. Number 3, borrow belief until it becomes yours. I mentioned before that I heavily leaned on the mortgage broker for guidance. She's done this a million times before, so I was just saying, like, you think I can do this? What do I need to do? And because she believed I could do this, I borrowed the belief from her because I've never done this before. But she's seen people do it time and time again, so then I just leaned on that and was able to move forward. Try to do this in your situation. If someone is believing that you can do something, lean into them, go to them for support. Or even if you know someone who's done what you're trying to do, go to them and ask for some advice. I want to paint my life for you now that I have made that decision to do things scared, let go of my all or nothing mindset. I go home to my home, something that I decorated with flatmates that I handpicked, that I get along with, and it's really nice to walk into my house and just be like, wow, I've built this is mine. It's organized. I have cleaners come every 2 weeks, get to come home to my partner. These are all things I wouldn't have gotten if I had stayed in that mindset that I was in before. Now I want you to think about your situation, whatever it may be. Think about if you were to change careers, buy a house, start that YouTube channel that you've been wanting, get that degree that you need. How would your life change? Start doing action imperfectly. Stop waiting for the perfect time and the perfect situation. Sometimes you just need to do things imperfectly, because imperfect action is better than perfect delay. I can't wait to see how this mind shift changes your life. If this is something that resonated with you, please look below. I have a free guide with 5 mindset shifts that changed my life, helped me lose 100 pounds, and helped me buy 2 houses at the age of 25. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.